Hey guys, this is the Chinese version of a Stihl, I guess, I don't know, chainsaw. It looks like a Stihl, the cosmetics. I got this one I got off Amazon, and originally I was going to buy it for, it's got a 20-inch bar. It's a 52cc saw, 20-inch bar, and I just wanted the bar for my little Stihl MS 170 here. You know, I think this thing's got like a 16-inch bar or something. And originally I checked the price of the bar for that Stihl. It was like $100. And I found this 52cc complete chainsaw on Amazon for like, I don't know, $89 or something like that. So 85. It was less than 100 anyway. And you know, 20-inch bar. I thought, well, hey dude, let's just try that, you know, see if this one will work. And sure enough, I think it's going to be a direct swap. But after I got this thing in, I kind of got curious about it. I thought, well, instead of just pulling the bar, you know, I think I'll put it together and put some gas in it and see if it'll run. And sure enough, yeah, it runs, and it runs great. Some of the features here, you know, it's obvious, okay, the look they were going with, the color and the plastics, the cosmetics, they were shooting to make this look like a Stihl, okay. But if you'll notice, on the right hand side here of the saw, it's got the pull choke, and that's just like, and it's got this nifty little on and off switch here, toggle switch. Those features there are similar to the old blue home light saws, which were, you know, really great saws, very heavy, but they were still really great. But I'm gonna cut some stuff with this thing and see what you guys think about it. I'll try not to blow your eardrums out, but we'll take it outside, and I'll bring you back. We'll get it started, and after I bring you back. Okay. I really can't see right now. I've brought you guys back, and I've got most of the big stuff cut up. We had that storm damage, and I've got most of the big stuff has already been cut up, but I do have some smaller stuff here. I'm gonna pull the choke out on this dude, pull the throttle back, see if we can get her to crank for us. Safety on. Choke off. There you have it. It makes pretty quick work out of everything. I'm really pleased with this thing. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to buy another one for parts and keep this one. I may get the bar off the other one, but so far, man, I like it. Alrighty, let's see if we can work on a little bigger stuff here. Okay, dog's going to get me. it. I don't want to get too close to the ground there because I don't want to, this chain's not that great, so I don't want to dig it in the dirt, but you get the idea. And we're back inside, and all in all, it's not a bad saw. As I've said, I intended, I was going to use the 20-inch bar from this saw on that Stihl MS-170, but the entire saw, 52cc saw, was cheaper than a 20-inch bar from Stihl. Now, I know I could have bought the import bar cheaper than I bought the whole chainsaw too, but just out of curiosity, I went ahead and got this to try it out. And I went ahead, assembled the saw. You know, it looked good. I added some fuel, put some oil in it, and after just a few pulls, it cranked right up. The saw it's got great compression, makes a lot of power, and you know, like I was talking, the manual choke on the right and the little flip up and down toggle switch on the left kind of reminds me of the old home lights. And the sound is like the old home light, the old blue home lights, which I really love those saws. They really cut great. I used one as a kid, and man, I remember that thing was really heavy. But you know, you're talking about cutting some wood, you could do it with those blue home lights. But I didn't have any problem with my chainsaw running or anything. Now the chain, let's talk about the few of the bad things about it, okay? The chain on there, of course, you know, I expected this, okay? The import chains do not have the quality of like a good Stihl chain or a good reputable name brand chain. And that's just, everybody knows that. So if you'll notice in some of those clips, now when I started out, that chain was properly tensioned. You know, you could pull it a little bit up off the bar, but it was pretty much, you know, snug tight to the bar by looking at it. It wasn't drooping down. Now, after I cut through just, you know, 3 or 4 little small limbs, and some of that stuff was like 4-inch diameter or less, this chain had stretched out. Now, the bar is tight. The adjustment was tight. So there's no movement there. That was chain stretch. So if you buy one of these things, just count on buying a decent 20-inch chain to fit it, and which, you know, that's not a big deal. And you can go ahead and you know, like me, I like to get the most for my money, so I'm going to go ahead and use that cheap chain until it stretches out to where I've run out of adjustment, and then I'll put a good chain on it. But you know, there's no sense in throwing a brand new chain, even though it's not very good quality. Just go ahead and get the use out of it, then I'll throw it away. I might even resharpen it a time or two. Like I said, until it gets past the point where I lose my adjustment and I can't adjust it out anymore, I'll still keep the cheap chain on there, then replace it with a new name brand quality chain later. Now, the cons on this, okay, nothing is perfect. All right, and I wasn't expecting perfect, okay, for a 20-inch saw less than $100. I was not expecting perfect. So when it came in, originally when I first started it, it started leaking gas, so I shut it off. Now, I didn't show this on the video, guys, because this has been a day or two ago since I first started using this chainsaw. So it was leaking some gas, so you know, I took it apart. It 5 minutes, okay, and all it was, a fuel line was pulled loose from the carb a little bit, and it was just leaking gas out of it. And that could have been a shipping issue, which I don't know. That would more likely it was probably an assembly issue at the factory. Somebody just didn't shove the fuel line on there good enough, and that's all it was. So, you know, I shoved the fuel line back on where it's supposed to be, and like I said, 5-minute fix, no further issues on the fuel. I started it up, you know, on I'm running the Stihl 2-stroke oil. You've seen a little smoke. I've got it mixed a little rich for the first few tanks, and I'm probably going to run it rich for, you know, maybe about 10 tanks, and then I'll start mixing it like you're supposed to. But twice as much is good for oil when you're breaking one in my opinion. So overall, was it worth it? Yeah. I mean, even despite the cons, okay, you're gonna have to get a decent chain eventually, and yeah, mine did leak a little fuel, so I did have to take the air cleaner off, and 5-minute fix. But is it worth it? Yes. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Anytime if you can get a 20-inch saw, complete saw, brand new in the box, for less than $100, a few little issues aside, well worth it. And I'm well pleased. As a matter of fact, I think I'm probably going to buy another one if they're not all sold out. I have one for spare parts. I like them. I like it. It may not last, but I like it. We'll see. I'll put a link down there in the description if you guys want to look at them. Good looking saws. Like I said, I'm going to buy another one. But that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope I didn't blow your eardrums out. We'll see you next time.